Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the Board of Public Works for April 24th, 2025. Roll call.
Val Gomez.
Present.
Weena Guzman.
Present.
Frank Rivera.
Present.
Okay, next on our agenda, we have the minutes of the regular meeting of Thursday, April 10th, 2025. I'd like to make a motion approving the minutes as written.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. We have no correspondence. We'll move on to new business. First item on our agenda is from Public Works. It is a rate schedule for 2025 for Morgan Distributing. There's a firm that provides oils and lubricants for Public Works for their day-to-day operations. Let's see, here the rate schedule for bulk rates. The amount is $100,000 not to exceed just for Public Works. Are there any questions or comments on this rate schedule?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion accepting Morgan Distributing's rates for 2025 for Public Works.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have from Martinez Construction, change order 1. This is from Public Works. This is dealing with the break room that they're building in the basement of this building. And the amount is for $22,500. $200 is a return fee of 12 chairs and 3 tables. And the rest is for $2,300. They had to make a hole in the wall, and that was unanticipated. Let's see here. The original cost of the project was $16,530. The change order of $2,500 will bring it to $19,030. It's below the 20%. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
No.
There be no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Public Works request for a change order for Martinez Construction. All in favor say aye.
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 Okay, motion passes. Okay, this brings us to outstanding invoices. We have 7 late invoices. It's been our practice, I'll go through each late invoice, and then at the end, we'll make a motion. Okay, first one is from Public Works. It's from Cintas. They have 2 late invoices, one dated 1/10/2025 for $20.66. Another one for 1/31/2025 for $20.66 again, for a total of $41.32. And these are both with Cintas, and the reason for the delinquency is the invoices were never received and are now past due. And they do have all their documentation. Any questions or comments on this late invoice?
No.
No.
Okay, the next one we'll move on is from Schindler. They are the elevator maintenance company for the city. They also have 2 late invoices. One dated 1/29/2025 for $227.64. Second one is also 1/29/2025 for $112.44 for a total of $340.08. And they have the documentation included. Explanation: there was an issue with their system, so the 4% increase was not added to the original invoice that were processed in January, and the vendor is now sending out the price adjustment. Okay, that's a new one. Any questions or comments?
No questions. No.
Huh? Any further questions or comments? We'll move on along. The next one is from engineering. It is from Reef Riley. They have 1 late invoice dated 12/31/24. The amount is $12,188.20. The documentation is included. The explanation: engineering department received the invoice late. Services have been rendered, and invoices should be processed. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
Okay. Okay, next we have from Multimedia Department. This is from Lamar. They have two late invoices also dated 12/23/24 for $1,680 and one 12/30/24 for $380. Explanation: invoice wasn't paid due to receiving invoice after books were closed. And they do have some documentation.
What was the amount?
The total? $2,060. Any questions?
No.
Okay. Okay, next we have one. This is from the police department. The company's name is Uniform Direct. They have three late invoices, one dated 1/3/2025 for $1,504. Next one is dated 1/13/2025 for $84. And the last one is 1/13/2025 for $80, for a total of $1,668. And they do have all their documentation. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
Okay. Next is from the police department again. This one's from Star Uniform. They have two late invoices. Wait a minute, did we give the reason? Sorry, I forgot to read the reason on that last one for Uniforms Direct. Please excuse these late invoices. They were emailed to the wrong division within the police department. The invoices were not forwarded to the service division in a timely manner. Okay, Pete? Okay, sorry about that. Okay, back to Star Uniform with the police department. Two late invoices, one dated 1/13/2025, $26. Second one is 1/24/2025, $148. The reason is, please excuse these late invoices. They were not forwarded to the service division in a timely manner. And they do have a lot of documentation. Okay, the last one is also from the police department. It's from LexisNexis. They have one late invoice dated 1/31/25 for $960. Explanation is, please excuse attached late invoice. The invoice is not forwarded to the service division in a timely manner. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
Okay, that concludes our late invoices, so I'd like to make a motion to approve for payment the 7 aforementioned late invoices from various departments.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, now we're going to move on to our next item. It's from Axon Enterprise. It was formerly named Taser International, and this is for purchasing of tasers for the police department. The police department has included a sole proprietary form, because this is the company they've been buying their tasers from and servicing them also. The original amount was $46,344.80. They received a discount of $45,420.60. And it is to purchase 12 Axon Taser 7s to supply new officers on the department. And they do have all the paperwork and documentation. There'll be two payments of $22,710.30, one in June and one in October of 26. The June will be in 2025, October will be of 2026. For that total of $45,420.60. Any questions or comments on the Taser purchase part?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Axon's enterprise proposal with the police department for purchasing of tasers.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, our next item is also for the police department. Is for Keisler Police Supply. This is for ammunition purchase. The East Chicago Police Department is requesting approval to purchase of duty and practice ammunition. Funding has been secured. And the amount is $46,510. And they also have a sole proprietary form for this one. And the reason for it, law enforcement ammunition vendor for timelessness and large quantities of ammunition was needed, as needed. Okay, any questions or comments on this proposal from Keisler? Keisler? No? Nope.
No.
There be no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving the police department's request for Keisler Police Supply to produce their ammunition. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have two items from our IT department. First one is from Lanier Technology Group. This is for server backup of IT. We do have an explanation for both items from our Kevin Klozak, our IT director. First one is from Lanier Disaster Recovery and Backup, addendum to include Office 365 data. Currently, Lanier has an existing agreement which provides for disaster recovery and backup services of our network hosted data. I am asking the board to consider the attached addendum to the current agreement, which will provide disaster recovery and backup services of our data and will be grading to Office 365. This addendum will prorate to the expiration of the current agreement, which is noted as 9/30/2026. The fees for the addendum service are set as a monthly recurring cost of $3 per client. Currently, this recurring cost and agreement is noted for 380 licenses for a total of $1,140 per month at a one-time fee of $240, which will cover the onboarding of our existing email server and other storage data. The monthly will only invoice for active licenses. The 350 count was an estimate for the purpose of the addendum filling that amount. And he has included our original contract, which we signed in January 23 of this year. And as he mentioned, it does have that cost, one-time fee of $240 and a monthly fee of $1,140 a month.
So did you say 240 or is it 245?
Oh, $245. Did I say 240?
I thought you did. I just wanted to clarify.
Good catch there. Okay. Any questions or comments on the proposal from Lanier? Lanier?
No.
Okay. There being no further questions or comments, I'd like a proposal approving IT department's request for having, for the addendum to Lanier's proposal with IT department.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next proposal is also for IT. It is from Servicescape. This is City Hall exterior permanent lighting. Once again, our director has a little description here. The LED lighting at City Hall is starting to fail, and parts for the existing 9-year-old system are no longer available. I am asking the board to consider the approval of the proposal from Servicescape to replace the fading lighting with the current LED lighting system at a proposed cost of not to exceed $68,351.45. Please note that I have attached with this proposal a sole proprietary form which states that Servicescape is the vendor that I have been able to secure maintenance with for our existing LED lighting system at City Hall. They were also the installers of the original system as well. I have also attached our Servicescape 2025 time material pricing agreement, which states that the pricing is specific to the maintenance of the LED lighting system, and the agreement has been approved by the Board of Works. This agreement will not only represent the rates for Servicescape, but also will be an agreement approving Servicescape as the maintenance provider for the City Hall LED lighting system for 2025. And if anybody knows, when they drive at night, we have these lights on 24 hours.
Mhm.
And they come off during the day, but they're more spectacular at night.
Yep.
Yes.
And Kevin tells me we'll be able to do more with these as far as blinking and whatever, so,
Mhm.
Can't wait to see it.
you know, keep me up at night, so. Any other questions or comments? Any questions or comments? or-
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving IT's proposal from ServiceGate for City Hall's exterior permanent lighting.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Motion passes. Okay, next we have from Multimedia. This is the Indiana State Festival Association Guidebook, Festival Guide for 2025. As you can see, we have our project request form here. There was a problem when this came about, because if you remember, a few meetings ago, we approved a late invoice for the same guide. But what happened, when looking to find the original proposal, they never sent us the original proposal. So we approved the late invoice, but there was never a proposal. And what happened when the guides came, we have a bunch of boxes of these guides, and we never paid for them. So we're kind of backtracking and correcting what happened. So right now, the price for these guys for East Chicago are $7,800. And there's a breakdown of the packages. It's basically only 2 pages from Multimedia. Are there any questions or comments? I did have a discussion with Multimedia Director Steve Segura on this. Any questions or comments?
No.
Okay. Oh, and he had put on a form a question mark for the funding, but the funding was in his budget already.
Wow.
So he wasn't aware of that, so. But everything's been corrected. So no further questions or comments?
No.
No.
Okay, there being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a proposal that we accept the proposal for the Indiana State Festival's advertising and guides to the city of Chicago.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, just in case you didn't.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, everybody's aye? Okay, motion
Aye.
passes.
They muffled it out.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next we have a donation check. This is from Special Events. It is from Hassey for $5,000, Hassey Construction. Included is the Chicago Special Events sponsorship form, which we send out to different vendors for different events, and they have different levels they could donate. I think we've been doing this for quite a while, right? Donations for different,
Different organizations.
I know Special Events has theirs, I know Police has their donation form, and so does Fire Department. I think been going on. So anyway, this one is from Hassey. It is for the 2025 Bronze Special Events Sponsorship for $5,000. Any questions or comments on this donation?
No.
Just want to say we appreciate the $5,000 donation.
Mhm.
Thanks, and we thank Bessie for
Yes.
your generosity.
Okay, there being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Special Events
Second.
Committee acceptance of this donation check.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have proposal from engineering for Benny Tree Services. This is from Catalpa East 150th Street and West 151st Street. And it is for cutting of 5 trees. It is at 3811, okay, 3011 Catalpa Street, small tree, 2050. 505 East 150th Street, small tree, $2,050. 505 East 150th Street, medium tree, $2,650. 701 East 150th, extra large tree, $4,200. 1203 West 150th Street, extra large tree, $4,200, for a total of $15,150. This includes all stumps and cleanup after. Any questions or comments on this project for Benny Tree?
No.
No? There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion accepting the proposal from engineering.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have from NIPSCO, we have a project on Elm Street at 144th Street pole. This is to install a permanent electrical pole for a street light at the amount of $4,304. And just for the public's sake, this is where we're building that new subdivision, that one block.
Uh-huh.
So there's going to be a sign there, and this street light pole will actually be not only for the street, but for that sign right there.
That's in the Perry Crossing, right?
Yeah, Perry
Yeah,
Crossing.
okay. Yeah.
So we have all the forms from NIPSCO. I think it's pretty straightforward, it's installation of that pole. So it's, once again, it's for $4,304. Any questions or comments?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving NIPSCO's proposal for installing the new post street light.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
CSA.
Okay, next we have CSX Transportation. This is an encroachment agreement between the city and CSX, and I'm sure you all read the 20-something pages with interest. I think the main thing here is that this is part of our Magoon Street project. The first half of the Magoon Street project was completed last year. We started a second phase of it going from Magoon here on 145th to Columbus Drive. The issue here, there's a railroad track. We're going to have to go under it. And even though we have this agreement where we're the leasee, Hasty Construction has agreed to take up all the costs. There's a cost of $500 for the encroachment fee and also the insurance fee. So Hasty Construction has told us they're taking care of those costs, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
It was included in their contract.
So even though we have all this, they kind of said they would take care of it. Do we have that in writing?
It's
Okay.
in their contract.
Okay. No, I'm just joking. Okay. And it does have the last addendums. You can see the pictures and the engineering drawings on what they're going to do. So, any questions or comments?
No.
Okay. There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving the facility encroachment agreement with CSX Railroad Transportation.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay. That brings us to right-of-way applications. Tonight, we have 12 right-of-way applications. Board of Works permit application 25-05004 through 25-05018. Were there any questions or comments on these
No.
right-of-way applications? No?
No.
There being no questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving the aforementioned Board of Public Works permit applications. Second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. That concludes our new business. Does anybody have any other business?
No.
Our next regular meeting will be Thursday, May 8th, 2025 at 4:30 p.m. As that concludes all our items on our agenda for tonight, I'd like to make a motion for adjournment.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Good night.